Last month, a 72-year-old man went to the emergency room after collapsing at home. His daughter found him unconscious on the kitchen floor. His morning coffee spilled beside him. The ambulance rushed him to the hospital, where doctors worked frantically to stabilize him. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That morning cup of coffee, for so many of us over 60, it's not just a beverage, it's a cherished ritual. The aroma, the warmth, the gentle lift it gives to start our day. But what if I told you that the very things you might be adding to your coffee could be silently undermining your health? The reason doctors suspected this man's coffee was the cause of his collapse may be the same reason behind many seniors' complaints, like headaches, joint pain, or memory issues. In this video, I'll detail exactly what additives you should avoid in your coffee and what safer alternatives to use instead. This information could dramatically improve your health if you're over 60. Today, I'm going to reveal the 3 most concerning coffee additions that could be affecting your health, why they're especially troublesome after 60, and exactly what to use instead for a delicious cup that supports your well-being. When they tested this elderly patient at the hospital, doctors were puzzled by his symptoms. His blood work showed concerning markers that didn't make immediate sense. But when his daughter mentioned his daily coffee routine, the doctor's expression changed dramatically. As we age, our bodies process chemicals and additives very differently. Our metabolism slows, our kidneys filter less efficiently, and our liver processes toxins more slowly. This means potentially harmful substances remain in our systems longer. What caused no issues in your 40s could now be creating significant health challenges, and your daily coffee routine might be the culprit. Let's start with hidden toxin number 1, artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame. That little colored packet might seem like a smart calorie-saving choice, but research suggests otherwise, especially for seniors. The investigators found boxes of artificial sweeteners in the man's kitchen. His daughter mentioned he used 2 packets in each cup of coffee, with 3 to 4 cups daily. That's when the doctor ordered additional neurological tests. A 2017 study in stroke found that people consuming diet drinks daily had nearly 3 times the risk of stroke and dementia compared to occasional consumers. For seniors already concerned about cognitive health, this is alarming. Aspartame can cross the blood-brain barrier, potentially disrupting brain function and causing symptoms easily mistaken for normal aging. What many don't realize is that these artificial sweeteners are particularly damaging to seniors because of age-related changes in our blood-brain barrier. Research from the University of North Dakota found that this barrier becomes more permeable as we age, allowing more toxins to reach brain tissue. This explains why some seniors experience more pronounced neurological effects from aspartame than younger adults. Even more concerning, a 2023 study published in PLOS Medicine analyzed data from over 100,000 adults and found that those who regularly consumed artificial sweeteners had a 13% higher risk of developing various neurological conditions compared to non-consumers. The risk was most pronounced in individuals over 65. Frank, as we'll call him, had visited his doctor 3 times in the past year complaining of unexplained headaches, hand tremors, and foggy thinking. Each time, his symptoms were dismissed as normal aging. What many doctors don't mention is how artificial sweeteners disrupt your gut microbiome, those trillions of bacteria that regulate everything from digestion to immunity. This becomes crucial after 60, as our gut diversity naturally decreases with age. When these bacteria are disrupted, it affects your immune system, inflammation levels, and even your mood. The connection between artificial sweeteners and gut health is now supported by groundbreaking research from the Weizmann Institute of Science. They discovered that artificial sweeteners actually alter the composition and function of gut bacteria in ways that promote glucose intolerance and metabolic disorders. For seniors already at increased risk of these conditions, This represents a significant hidden danger in those innocent-looking sweetener packets. Now let's examine hidden toxin number 2, non-dairy creamers and flavored creamers. These convenient products often contain trans fats, corn syrup solids, and artificial thickeners that pose particular risks for seniors. The hospital toxicology report showed elevated levels of synthetic compounds in Frank's system. His daughter revealed he used a popular hazelnut-flavored non-dairy creamer, the extra-large size that he went through quickly. Most people don't realize many creamer products still contain partially hydrogenated oils, a source of trans fats, despite FDA regulations. For seniors already at risk of cardiovascular issues, this daily exposure adds up significantly. Trans fats don't just affect your heart, they promote systemic inflammation throughout your body. What's particularly troubling is that these trans fats have been linked to accelerated cognitive decline in older adults. The Chicago Health and Aging Project followed over 3,700 seniors for 6 years and found that those with higher trans fat intake showed decline in cognitive function at twice the rate of those with lower intake. The researchers specifically noted that even small daily exposures, like what you'd get from coffee creamer, had measurable negative effects when consumed consistently over years. Another often overlooked ingredient in these creamers is carrageenan, a thickening agent derived from seaweed that sounds natural but has been linked to intestinal inflammation and digestive disorders. A 2021 review in the journal Food and Chemical Toxicology found that carrageenan may be particularly problematic for seniors who already have compromised gut function or inflammatory conditions. The coffee-loving senior had been taking increasing doses of pain relievers for joint pain. The doctors were alarmed by the severe inflammation markers in his blood work that seemed disproportionate to his medical history. These creamers also contain chemical additives like sodium aluminosilicate and dipotassium phosphate that can accumulate over time, stressing kidneys that are already working less efficiently with age. The aluminum compounds in sodium aluminosilicate deserve special attention. A 2019 study in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that aluminum accumulation in brain tissue was significantly higher in patients with Alzheimer's disease compared to age-matched controls. While no single exposure is likely problematic, the cumulative effect of daily consumption through coffee creamers, combined with other sources of aluminum in our environment, creates what researchers call a total body burden that may contribute to cognitive decline. The third and most deceptive hidden toxin: flavored syrups and pre-flavored coffees. That caramel or vanilla flavoring isn't as innocent as it seems. As Frank's condition worsened, the medical team discovered he'd recently started using a popular caramel coffee syrup along with his sweetener and creamer. His daughter mentioned he'd been adding a generous splash to each cup for 6 months. These syrups typically contain high fructose corn syrup, which your body processes differently than regular sugar, leading to insulin resistance and liver stress. For seniors already at risk for type 2 diabetes, this additional strain can be particularly damaging. Recent research from the University of California, San Francisco, has revealed that high fructose corn syrup affects seniors differently than younger adults. The study found that adults over 65 showed impaired fructose metabolism, leading to more pronounced spikes in triglycerides and inflammatory markers after consumption. This is particularly concerning given that chronic inflammation is now recognized as a driver of most age-related diseases. Many flavored syrups also contain caramel coloring, listed as caramel color on ingredients lists, which sounds harmless, but can contain a potentially carcinogenic byproduct called 4-methylimidazole, 4-MEI. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified 4-MEI as a possible human carcinogen, and California now requires warning labels on products containing significant amounts. Seniors, with their already compromised detoxification systems, may be at higher risk from these compounds. The preservatives in these flavored products have been linked to cellular damage, particularly affecting mitochondria, your cell's energy producers. For seniors already experiencing natural energy declines, this additional cellular stress is the last thing your body needs. A 2022 study in the Journal of Biochemical and Molecular Toxicology found that sodium benzoate, a common preservative in flavored syrups, can damage mitochondrial DNA at concentrations similar to what might accumulate in tissues with regular consumption. Since mitochondrial function already declines with age, this represents a concerning double hit for senior energy and cellular health. As doctors reviewed the case, they were particularly concerned by his liver enzyme levels. The combination of compounds in his coffee additives had created a perfect storm his system couldn't handle. The situation becomes even more dangerous when combining these toxins with caffeine. The stimulating properties of caffeine actually enhance absorption of certain chemicals while increasing blood pressure temporarily, creating a particularly challenging situation for senior cardiovascular health. What many don't realize is that caffeine slows the elimination of certain toxins from the body by competing for the same liver detoxification pathways. Research from Johns Hopkins University found that caffeine can extend the half-life of certain chemical compounds in the body by up to 40% in older adults, meaning these toxins remain in your system significantly longer when consumed with your morning coffee. On day 3 of hospitalization, Frank's family gathered as his condition deteriorated. The medical team explained his organs were showing signs of systemic failure that couldn't be reversed. What's most troubling is that many seniors experience symptoms like joint pain, brain fog, headaches, and digestive issues without ever connecting them to their morning coffee additives. These problems are often dismissed as normal aging, when they might actually be your body's response to these hidden toxins. Consider Sarah, age 67, who suffered from chronic hand and knee pain despite seeing multiple specialists. When she eliminated artificial sweeteners and commercial creamers from her coffee, she noticed significant improvement within just 10 days. "I've been suffering for years," she told me, "and never suspected my coffee might be the cause." The good news is, you don't have to give up your beloved coffee. There are numerous healthier alternatives that actually taste delicious. Instead of artificial sweeteners, try small amounts of raw honey, which contains beneficial enzymes, or a few drops of pure liquid stevia. Raw honey contains compounds called polyphenols that have been shown to support brain health and may even help protect against cognitive decline. A 2019 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that adults who consumed raw honey regularly had better memory scores than those who used processed sweeteners. For creamers, consider organic heavy cream with a touch of vanilla extract or full-fat coconut milk, which provides medium-chain triglycerides that support cognitive health. Medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, from coconut milk have shown remarkable benefits for brain function in multiple studies. A landmark 2021 trial in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that MCT supplementation improved cognitive test scores in adults with mild cognitive impairment, with the effects becoming noticeable in as little as 90 days. Create natural flavors with cinnamon, which helps regulate blood sugar, or pure cocoa powder, rich in heart-healthy flavonoids. Cinnamon doesn't just add flavor. It contains compounds that help your cells respond better to insulin, potentially reducing blood sugar spikes. A meta-analysis published in the Annals of Family Medicine found that regular cinnamon consumption reduced fasting blood glucose by an average of 24.59 milligrams per deciliter in people with type 2 diabetes. Richard, 73, eliminated his commercial coffee additives after years of afternoon energy crashes. Within 2 weeks of switching to honey and homemade coconut milk creamer, he experienced steady energy throughout the day and improved mental clarity. I need to finish our story. On the 6th day in the hospital, surrounded by his family, Frank passed away. Yes, his time ended. The official cause listed was multiple organ failure. We don't know for sure if the coffee additives were the direct cause or if they had accelerated an underlying health issue. What the doctors did confirm was that the chemical burden on his system was unusually high, and the compounds matched those found in his coffee additives. Please share this video with your loved ones who drink coffee daily. You might save their health. The simple act of changing your morning coffee ritual could provide significant benefits without requiring major lifestyle changes or expensive supplements. By becoming aware of these hidden toxins and making thoughtful substitutions, you can transform your daily coffee from a potential health liability into a genuine health asset. Your morning cup should be a source of pleasure and even certain health benefits, not a delivery system for hidden toxins. By making these simple changes, you can enjoy your coffee ritual with confidence that you're supporting your health rather than compromising it. After all, the golden years should be lived with clarity, comfort, and vitality, not clouded by unnecessary exposure to harmful additives disguised as innocent coffee enhancements.